What's up? I'm Myles Powell from the Bay Area Dragons, and this is my story. I'm from Trenton, New Jersey. I started playing basketball at a very young age. I want to say about 3 or 4. My older brother playing basketball, me always wanting to be like him. He's 7 years older than me. I was just kind of always around the game. So just watching him, going to his games, going to his practices, I kind of just picked up the ball and fell in love with it. My brother is my motivation. He's been my motivation since I was young. He always kind of held me accountable to go to the gym and to get extra work in. And like I said, just following him and following him to practices and his games. He kind of just always wanted it for me. So he's been my motivation since I got to college, high school. He's always been in my corner. He always pushed me. And like I said, he's still my motivation now. Freshman year of high school, and I went to Tech with 4 of my best friends, Ali, Dennis, Kennedy, and Eli. I was grateful to play with 2 #1 players. At the time, Isaiah Briscoe was the #1 point guard, and Trayvon Duval was the #1 point guard in his class. And I got my first Division I offer from Seton Hall University, and when it was time for me to make that decision, for me to go to college, I always kept that in mind, that Seton Hall believed in me first and that they were my first Division I offer. I made my decision to go to Seton Hall my 12th grade year. I got recruited there by Shaheen Holloway, Coach Shaw. He saved my life. He came in at the perfect time, and he was one of those people that I felt like God put in my life for a reason. My senior year, going into freshman year of college, I wound up breaking my foot. Then coming into Seton Hall, I started 265 pounds. I got overweight. I couldn't run for about, I want to say 8 months, 9 months. I couldn't run, and in that 2 months, I wound up losing 45 pounds. Freshman year at Seton Hall, the tragedy happened with my family. My brother, Myles Powell, wound up getting locked up for murder. And at that time, I was lost. I kept finding myself looking in the mirror, asking myself what I was going to do. They really held it on me to make a change for the family. So I took on that challenge. My brother, he still was there every day. We got to talk for 15 minutes here and there every 2-3 days. And that was just my motivation from there on. And sophomore year, I wound up winning Most Improved in the Big East. Junior year was probably my best year at Seton Hall. I averaged 23 points. I wound up putting my name in the draft. That's when I really knew I had a chance to be a professional basketball player. So I wound up deciding to go back to Seton Hall for my senior year. I wound up winning the Jerry West Award. That's the #1 shooting guard in the country. I made first team All-American. That's the top 5 players in college basketball. I won the Big East Player of the Year. So then November comes, the draft is here. At that time, we didn't have any workouts, no interviews because COVID was shut down and the NBA teams wasn't doing anything. NBA was on lockdown at the time. I wound up going undrafted. I signed with the New York Knicks. I was with the New York Knicks in the G League bubble. I wound up leaving the G League bubble, top 5 players there. I got an offer from the Milwaukee Bucks on a 2-way. I fly out to Milwaukee and I go for my physical, and I wind up realizing that I had a busted knee. I wound up getting surgery on my knee, my right knee. I was out for about, I want to say 14 months. So I go back to the Knicks because I never got to sign with the Milwaukee Bucks because I failed my physical. And my first game back is against the 76ers G League team. We played the Delaware Blue Coats on a Friday. We wound up losing by 3 points, but my first game back I had like 27 or 30 points. In the morning, I fly out to Vegas with the New York Knicks. I get a call from my agent and say that the Delaware Blue Coats and the 76ers are offering you a 2-way contract. So I signed my contract with the Sixers on a Saturday. Sunday morning I wake up, we have a game in Vegas with the Blue Coats. As I'm going to the game, getting ready for the game, one of the G League coaches pulled me inside and said, 4 of the Sixers guys just went down with COVID and they're gonna fly you out after the game. So I play on Sunday with the G League team. I fly out to Boston. When I get out to Boston, I wake up Monday and I wind up playing in my first NBA game of my career. So in 3 days, I played with 3 different teams. It was a crazy 72 hours for me. It was just like man, I haven't played a basketball game in almost a year and a half, and then now I come back and I play with 3 different teams, and then on the 3rd day I get to have a chance for my NBA debut. So, I mean, it was a hell of an experience. It felt like I was living a movie, I was dreaming. But like I said, if I can go back and do it all over again, I would. So when I was out in Vegas in the summer league this past summer, my agent said that he wanted me to meet Coach Gorge for lunch, and he wanted to talk to me about the team that Coach was about to, the Dragons that he was about to start coaching. We met for lunch. The vibes were great. Coach can talk about basketball all day. I told my agent that I wanted to do it. I wound up leaving summer league, and I went back home to spend some time with my family, because at that time, I want to say it was around like July 18th, July 19th, and we had to report here August 1st. I love my guys. Basketball is just something that we do. It's just a hobby that we do. It's a sport that we're good at, but that doesn't make you who you are. So I just try to keep that in mind when I'm trying to talk to them. Even though I don't know Chinese, I would try to joke around, and I would tell Glenn or Duncan guys that do speak both languages, I'll tell them to come over while I'm trying to have a conversation with them. And I know that they look up to me just as much as I look up to them. And I always told them they got a brother for life when it comes to me. So coming into the PBA, I just wanted to show the world that what I did in college, I was still that same person. So, I mean, I came in here, I came across the country, and I just always reminded myself every day waking up that I came out here to prove a point, and that I had a goal, and that goal was to get back to the NBA. But up until then, we were 8-0. I wound up going down, I broke my toe, my big toe, so I was out for 2 months. And in that 2 months, I had to stay in condition. Francesco helped me stay locked in. I was doing different workouts every day, from boxing to riding a bike to different abs and core workouts, lifting every day. And so it came down to the finals. We were down 3-2. So game 6 comes, and I knew our backs was against the wall, and it was time for me to make a decision. I went to Coach, went to Francesco, and I just told him, like, hey, if we go down, if we lose, I want to be out there with my brothers. That's just the type of person I am. So I made a decision and just told him that I was going to play game 6. So game 6 comes. I didn't start. A couple minutes go by. We fall behind a little bit, and I just see Coach turn around. He looking at the bench, and I just start taking my warm-up off. As I'm walking to the scorer's table, all the fans, there's like 25,000 fans watching game 6, and they just start booing me. So when I heard them start booing me, I just got the little chills. The only thing I could do at the time was smile. So we wound up winning game 6. We forced game 7. I'm glad I was out there with my brothers to experiencing that. And for us to be a first year team, for us to force game 7, I feel like we did a hell of a job. My life in the Philippines has been great. When I got here, I got in the airport, people were coming up asking to take pictures. They made this a second home to me. The fans out here is amazing. I can't go outside without taking a picture with somebody or someone coming up to me. The Philippines, they love basketball. Fans, like I said, they're amazing. Even though they were booing me during the game, right after the game, as soon as the game would be over, it'd be the same fans wanting to take pictures with me, showing me love, telling me how I'm the best importer in the PBA. We live in a great hotel in the Shangri-La. Everything we need is here. The gym's downstairs. We got the steam room, the sauna, the pool, restaurants in the hotel. So. So what I did was I went to a charity event, Gentle Hands. Some of my teammates came out with me, my coaching staff came, and I just hosted an event for Thanksgiving. We gave away 500 meals, some toys, and we had like a little basketball camp at the place where they stay. I never experienced the things that I've seen out here for the unfortunate out here. I mean, it's kids walking around with no shoes, not knowing who their parents was, going days without eating. So, I mean, it just touched your heart. And like I said, that was just one of the things that I always wanted to do, was give back. And I was happy that I was able to come out here and make a difference to those kids.
We all come from different areas, just like you guys. We all have different families, but we came together and made one big family like you guys are doing. So I was a young kid like you guys. I had big dreams, so it's okay to dream big, be yourself, believe in yourself, follow God, always have faith, and your dreams can come true.
After basketball, I definitely see myself still doing stuff with the game, like a basketball coach or a trainer. Definitely basketball coach, because I like dealing with kids. I feel like the story that I have, it will motivate the next young kid that think that he can do it, that he will be able to do it. And like I said, I just love putting that hope in other people. I feel like even when I'm on the floor with my basketball teammates, I just put that confidence in them. And I feel like when you see somebody make a change from with the things that you tell them, or they just listen to you and they believe in you and the things that you say, it just makes you feel good inside. So if I feel like if I wasn't playing basketball or after basketball, I definitely want to be a basketball coach.